Hello everyone, and welcome back to Darksiders 3 with Chaos Counseling.
Oh, wow! Oh. For some reason I thought there wasn't going to be a platform, so I was just like, hey, no!
I thought those people were just gonna chill. That I've done this before in games where if I see like an enemy that's just chilling, part of me is like, did the game glitch out? And if so, I just want to stand next to them.
Right?
I have done that before. I was playing, there's a few situations where that happened, but one off the top of my head was I was playing Stardew Valley with my friend, and we were playing on the map where the monsters could spawn.
That's multiplayer out now, right?
Yeah, it's in multiplayer, but it's also in single player. You can choose what kind of farmland you want.
Right,
but,
go on.
The witch map, I call it the witch map, but monster map, where monsters can spawn at night. I was out, like, cutting out trees or something, and a monster spawned right next to me, but it glitched, so it just stood there.
Beautiful.
And I was, like, cutting everything, and I just kind of was, like, walking around it, like, hello, friend. And then I was on call with my friend, and I was like, so, I think we have a pet monster now.
Oh, man.
And I think I tried to name it Jeremy, but then it got too, like, I think my friend, or something happened where it finally triggered, like, I'm a monster! And then it started chasing me, and I felt so betrayed. I was like, what did you do?
Jeremy, why?
I thought we had something special!
There was... we weren't allowed to play shooters for the longest time, but then my dad, I think my brother said that he played James Bond Nightfire at a friend's house. My dad's like, wait, a James Bond shooter game? That might be a game I want to play. So my dad actually allowed us to buy 007 Nightfire against my mother's objection. Since my dad barely played it, but we played it, well, at least me, our older brother, and my friends played it a lot. Mm-hmm. One of the things that was just really fun is, you know, in order to avoid us fighting and getting angry that the older brother always beat the little brothers, we always played on teams with AI bots. Mm-hmm. And the one we liked playing the most was like the big snowy level with the two bases on either side. We liked playing Capture the Flag in that one. Mm-hmm. Just so like two of us would stand on the roof sniping and then the other one could run in and get the flag. But oh, it was really funny because every single match without fail, there would always be at least one AI that would kind of run at the walls and then just get stuck in a loop. So he was always just running at the wall with his face.
I remember this.
Or then another thing that was really funny about the hit detection that I discovered while we were sniping. I don't remember who I was playing with, but they were like creeping out of a doorway. I couldn't see any of their body, but their sniper rifle barrel was sticking out of the door. And I sniped it. And a sniper in the game is always a one-hit kill. Like, no matter what, just because older game, whatever. So I'm like, hey, there's their sniper barrel. I shot the sniper barrel, and it killed them. It registered as a hit.
Oh, wow, their hitbox extended all the way out there then.
Then another thing that was funny is, again, same level. There was a huge gap in between these two buildings, and me and my friend were both playing as Oddjob. For those who don't know, he's the Korean assassin from Goldfinger who has a hat that he throws and decapitates people. Mm-hmm. So if you play as Oddjob, you actually get that weapon as just a free one-hit kill weapon. So we decided, just for fun, I'm like, hey, stand on the very top of the building. I want to try something. So I threw the hat at his general direction, and it actually hit him from all the way across the map and got a kill.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, oh man, old game design's wonderful.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember this place?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, hey. Hello, place.
Actually, you know what?
Oh yeah,
Since we're
there's
right
the-
there.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect.
since we're right here. Do we want to go just...
Yeah,
Let me say my
there's
thought
a little treasure on the
before
ground
I-
behind you.
But where?
Right there, on right. Turn to your right.
Oh, hi, bud.
Anyways,
One hit KO.
I was thinking of Donkey Kong 64's multiplayer.
Oh, that was so-
That stuff was fun. I played that
Yeah.
with my great uncle once. Some old fart, and he kicked our asses. It was not okay.
I remember that, well, one of our aunts and uncles, they loved playing that game with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did weird things with my cousins in that, where we didn't, like, it's supposed to act like as, like, a, kind of like a battle royale, right?
Yeah.
My cousins did this weird thing where, because there was, like, individual bases, we would all pretend like those were our houses, and we'd just, like, camp there and stuff. Eventually, there was always a point in time where, like, someone decides to go rogue.
I know!
and like throws a bomb or something,
Girl,
and then like mass chaos ensues, and then like we had to kill each other to like one up each other to be like, okay, I've killed you twice now, you killed me twice, now we're even, now
we're back to peace.
Utopia has been achieved. but there was like, I remember on one of the maps, it's one of the larger maps, there's like an invisible wall where you can go through.
Yeah.
There was I'm trying to remember if I found it or if my brother found it, but someone found it, and what they did is they would hide behind the wall, so no one would see them, and if someone would walk by, they would just throw a bomb, so a bomb would come out of or like they would get shot, so a bomb would come out of the wall and just kill them. They're like, what happened?
Yeah, no, actually that is how my great uncle destroyed us.
Yeah.
Is he found that. That was when we finally learned they were a thing. And it's like, Uncle Bud, no.
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
So I think we only ever got to play it once at our cousin's house. And I remember we were just playing Big Battle Arena. I think it was me, my older brother, and one of my cousins, and Sunshine here. I remember Sunshine actually beat, like, because I don't know if there was like a time attack for most kills or just everyone had lives or whatever.
Oh, I think you could pick.
Yeah, so we were doing it lives. So me, my older brother, and my cousin we were duking it out. Well, Sunshine here just went away and hid.
Yep.
And he ended up winning because he had all of his lives.
Yep.
That's the little child strategy where you're just like, they won't remember I'm here.
It only worked once because we made it a point to go after him first in all the subsequent matches after that point. I'm pretty sure Mom and Dad got quite mad at us for that one because, well, was the little spoiled third child. So, Mom, Dad, the older siblings are picking on me. And yeah, we kind of were. I won't deny that.
It happens, unfortunately, when you grow up. I mean, that's the whole thing, is that growing up with kids, it's not without fault.
No.
There's always something in the past where you're like, oh yeah, we did that. Whoops!
Yeah, as my sister has proven time and time again with Candyland.
I mean, I remember the Chow Garden and Sonic Adventure 2. I couldn't figure out how it worked properly. So we just kind of did whatever, and I just couldn't figure out why none of my chows were turning out the way they wanted to be, yet Sunshine's chow turned into the cool running chow that, looked like Sonic. So when I finally figured it out, I actually made my own file and made like a super awesome chow that was so much better than everyone else's. And I always found reasons. It's like, all right, it's time to race Sunshine, and always would kick his butt. Well, then the one time that my chow tripped, like right before the finish line and was about to lose, I jumped up and reset because no one could beat my chow. I put too much time and love into him. No, this is wrong.
That was my everyday with my autistic brother.
I remember, okay, I had to make sure that I wasn't talking over dialogue, but I remember with the Chow Garden, because I loved playing the Chow Garden so much, I got to the point, I think I've mentioned this on the channel before, I got to the point where one of my Chow got resurrected, or reincarnated, I should say. They got reincarnated, because you love them a lot, or you give them a lot of Phoenix stuff. I actually don't know, but anyway, they got reincarnated, so that was my first Chow, so I just kind of assumed that happened to all Chows.
Oh no.
So, when there was another Chow that was going through the process, and I was like, oh, sweet, they're gonna, be reincarnated, and I looked at it, I was like, it looks so sad, though. And then when the thing disappeared, there was no Chow. And Child Me was like, oh my gosh.
I killed it.
And then I immediately, shut it off. I didn't save.
Fuck,
Sorry.
I tried not to save because I was like, I don't want to delete it because it's my baby. But, so, eventually I loaded it back up and I saw it was still there, and then I went to my brother and I was like, hey, this Chow Garden file? We can never touch it. And actually, I think I was really stupid. Because so, child logic. I think I was really... Either this is something that I dreamt of and I thought happened, or my brother stopped me. I can't remember. It's been ages, but... Eventually I said the only way we could protect them is if we delete the file.
I mean...
Yeah.
Child, yes! That is
Yeah,
the only
it's if you don't give them enough attention. Because I remember I did a pretty good job of loving most of the chows, even if I only focused on maybe one in a single garden. But I remember when I was trying to get my big chow to reincarnate so I could get the chaos chow, I think I lost 2 or 3 of my other chows just because I didn't pay them enough attention. I just didn't really realize it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my horrible side was like, all right, they're gone. I won't be able to neglect them anymore. And this was also when I discovered that if you have a normal Chow, you know, the kind that come in the polka dot eggs that actually change colors depending on their alignment and what.
Right, yeah.
If you have them mate with a normal, like just not a shiny one, or maybe a shiny one, I can never get it to work with the shinies, but like a normal yellow one or a normal green one, they'll sometimes produce a normal Chow that's slightly tinted a different color depending on who they made. Because like I remember I got one mated with the lime green Chow, so I got a lime green and yellow Chow. Then I did I got kind of a brownish Chow and then a grayish Chow. So honestly, at the time, like, I'm okay that I lost those Chows because now I have room to practice breeding these Chows to see what I could get.
There was, oddly enough, so much depth that went into the Chow Garden in that game.
Which is kind of sad that, I mean, I know that Sonic Adventure 2 came second. So when I got Sonic Adventure XD, which was a remake of the first Sonic Adventure, I was just really disappointed with how uninteresting the Chow Garden in that game was.
In DX?
In DX, yeah.
Yeah, I think it makes sense though, because obviously that one came first.
Yeah.
So like that was
It's
kind of
still-
like the test run.
Yeah.
And then they did so much to it in this following
You know,
game.
the funny thing is you really get down to it, if Sega would just bring the Chow Garden back, I'm sure most people would be on board for any Sonic game, no matter how bad it was.
What, in my opinion, I think they should just have a separate Chow game.
I would actually be okay with that.
Tamagotchi, but with Chows.
Yeah, if they just like, I mean, this is obviously a dream thing, but I think a game solely focused on Chow could be really appealing to some people. It's entirely possible, but I'm not sure. It's been ages, but yeah, no, Chow Gardens. I spent way too much time doing them.
So-
I would kill for a Chow Garden game.
Now,
Sorry,
I
I'm late to the conversation.
So,
I would murder an individual.
so I downloaded. They released Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 on Xbox Live. So I bought both of them, and then they also had a DLC to make them the re-release on the GameCube, so like the XD and the Battle version.
Right.
So I got, Sonic Adventure 2, and I immediately went to the Chow Garden, because why the hell wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Now, this was the first time I had raised a Chow after I found out about the animal glitch you can do to, like, skyrocket their stats without having to play the levels over.
Which is where they get stuck, like if they pop up and they fall back in the arms, right?
Yeah, like if you walk up to the Chow just out of reach and you set the animal down, the Chow will absorb the stats, but it won't register that it was actually given it. So you can effectively just keep reusing the animal to boost its stats.
Right.
So, okay, so I admit, it's possible that me using this glitch is what caused this, or it's just but after they become their first Chow, whether it be a power Chow, or heck, even if they stay a normal Chow, as you raise their certain stats, they're supposed to change physically to reflect whichever thing they're given. Like, there's actually, it's
Yeah.
like, hey, a run Chow that's been given a bunch of power will look like this, or a run Chow that's
Yeah.
given more run will look like Sonic, etc.
Uh-huh.
Again, I don't know if it's because I was using the glitch, or if it's just the Xbox download version. The Chows don't change their appearance at all once they've evolved. So now it's like, that's lame. That was one of the more fun parts, was getting the Chows that looked like other people, to see how they changed depending on as you were leveling their stats up.
I guess you now have to play the game as intended.
Well, but again, what I'm saying is I
It's just
don't
being a
know if it was the Xbox download that caused that, because in which case it's like, well, never playing this version again, or if it was because of the glitch.
I really
because-
hope it was because of the glitch, because again, there was a lot of work put into the Chow Garden, and I think it shows. So it would be kind of a shame if for some reason a new released version didn't include that for one reason or another. That just, in my mind, it doesn't really make sense. So I want to say it's because of the glitch, because maybe if you keep giving them animals in the glitch form, it doesn't register that you gave them so many of this. Because there is a way where you can I guess evolve. I don't know how to call it. You can evolve just a normal Chow that didn't really have any focus on it, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah, there is.
yeah. So
And I mean, yeah.
I want to say it's a glitch, but again, I have no idea how the code works in that.
So I also want to just apologize to the audience for my counting. That I'm mumbling underneath.
Yeah,
my
I
breath.
wish I could I wish there was like a way for me to know how loud it was compared to
I got you.
what we said. There are like, I'm constantly trying to.
Ooh, we got a trophy!
Hey!
That probably means you've actually gotten more humans than I did, since we're still playing on the same profile, so we do share trophies.
What was I saying? But,
About voicing, counting.
yeah, so I'm constantly trying to think of ways to improve the setup that I have. Like, there are times where I worry, like, I haven't done the right DP settings for our audio, and I'm actually, like, setting it at a certain frequency where it can hurt people's ears. I'm so paranoid about that. But, if there's, like, one thing I saw recently was that someone was going through a tutorial, someone I follow, of how they recorded Let's Plays, and what they did is that they had, like, this setup where each individual person was on their own track, so that they could, like, adjust the volume according to that, and I was like, that would be amazing to do in post! I have no idea how to do it, though.
We need more mix.
I think it's
I'm
based on the
assuming
mixer that they
maybe if you
have.
Go
Yeah.
up Sunshine, maybe there's a pathway the skull
But-
will lead you to.
Our mixer is very much like there's like a 4 input, 1 output kind of thing.
Yeah, but I want to apologize for the counting because I've
Fairly
gotten to the
confident that
point
there
where it's like I can chain
is
like nobody's
a blue
business and do
thing
my
here.
crochet, but
Yeah,
like
'cause I think I saw that.
I will lose count.
But-
It will be too
fly
short
up
or too
on
long.
the wind over there and
I'm
look
gonna-
around.
Go up first, just so I can level. Wait, no, he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Come on.
I know we were once on a ledge and we kind of hopped down, so I
Yeah.
wonder if we have to get back up
Pink
there.
souls.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm so sorry.
Oh well, Volgrim will definitely be around. So
Yeah. Look.
Just kidding. This is the last time you'll see him.
Oh, and speaking of last time, that's an episode.
Oh,
all right.
Volgrim!
wait, I have lurcher bumps. I can just.
Volgrim!
Oh.
Scream us out as soon as you rise. That's where we're in. And